Alright guys, I think you're really going to like this one. This is a really cool mine. It's still being actively worked. There are about 6 miners working here now. They've had as many as 100 in the past. I'm going to be with an employee of the mine as well as a few other people, so I'm not really going to be able to narrate that much. So maybe some of you are actually probably going to appreciate that. But I will use you know, little messages within the video and such to try and keep you in tune with what's going on. And a lot of it's just self-explanatory as well, walking through the mine and such. You should have a good idea of what you're seeing. So stand by, I think you're gonna like this one. So that's the portal, and the carts are brought out along this track here into the shed there, or along this track here. There's an ore cart that brought it in. Some of the parts and equipment. It's where people badge in and badge out. Oh, there's more carts back there. Keeps going. Interesting stuff.
But it is okay to pick up rocks off the floor, but do not pull any rocks out of the sides. That is not okay.
Okay.
No. So you can already feel it's interesting. So it's about 54 degrees in the mine, and you can feel the cool air. So depending on the temperature outside, it will change. When it's warmer outside, the air blows out. When it's colder outside, the air sucks in. We have really good airflow, so that's really nice. That's very advantageous for working underground.
Ready to sit with my jacket.
Yeah. You ready for your jacket?
members?
Let's make it the city of Amber.
Second hand.
I know, right?
We have one guy taking a breather back there.
Okay, we probably should go on the bottom for sure.
Here, put on your jacket, because I won't carry it. Put it around your waist then.
I should have made you get rubber boots, I didn't know the pump was on.
No, it's good.
You're okay?
I haven't got any more.
You're not slipping, no, that's what I was worried.
I'm not gonna slip it, but that's okay. Okay.
Okay, so this is the 800 station. And if we look at this map right here, okay, where are we? We're right here. So we're right here at the 800 station, and this is kind of the heart of the mine. And so we still have quite a ways to go. Below, you might see the ribbon of quartz below, and if you look up, you'll see some open areas called stopes. Now, the miners always work with gravel.
There are the signals.
What's up? Oh, I can see the flag now. Guys, dude, you don't have sights. Take it right. You're back there, Joseph?
Yeah, I'm all set, man.
People don't know how to spell around here.
I've noticed that in a lot of mines, actually. That is a big ore chute, though. Yeah, those ore chutes are huge. Yeah, that does look pretty wet, man.
You take your time.
All right, man.
No one's left behind.
All right. I appreciate your understanding, Corey.
You're gonna love the ballroom, man.
Oh, I can't. I've heard so much about it. I can't wait to see it.
You should have concerts down there, actually, like literally the ballroom.
Yeah,
Yeah, because the acoustic quality down there.
I've heard it's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah. This is the old pisser here.
Oh, nice,
Yeah. For the rest of the break.
nice. Hey, you know, you gotta cover the essentials, right? Good experience.
They call it statistics decide. You can't make it to that one.
Work hard.
I'm glad you're filming this time because last time you didn't get a full video on YouTube.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. I just had the portal, which is kind of lame.
Yeah. That's the one I have here, and then the ruby mine also. The ruby mine she was talking about earlier.
Yeah, you guys, you have an awesome video on that because you got access there,
Yeah.
which is really cool. That's the ruby mine is defunct now, isn't it? Aren't those guys out of
Yeah, that something resources they were called. I think.
North Bay Resources?
Yeah, North Bay Resources. Yeah. They're out of Canada, I think. British Columbia.
I think so. Yeah. Wow, that Quartz fan.
Yeah, the ruby's mostly underground placer mines, gravel, you know. So it's
Yeah.
not hard rock. My great uncle and all my family were on the crew that made that big strike in the 30s there.
Oh, no kidding.
Before the Sierra County Gold Club.
Big stoped out area. That's a massive stope. Wow.
I was working in a stope above Sierra City a few years ago.
That's unreal how big this stope is. And that's all quartz too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had a lady on the tour once ask if those were trees. She thought trees grew that far underground. When they were so far.
Wow.
I was like,
Hard to answer that one with a serious answer.
So just kind of like, what?
Yeah, another one here. Cool junction right here.
Stand back here up on the hill, you get a good shot.
Oh yeah.
Up there.
It's cool seeing those pillars up there too. Oh wow. Yeah, those stopes are gigantic.
You can see the ballroom. Ballroom's like 100
Yeah.
feet. Yeah.
Are you serious? Wow. Yeah, I'm all impressed by these.
Well, you should definitely grow up around this area or anything, or you should just have an interest in it.
Say again?
You grow up around this area?
I grew up in an organ house, actually.
Oregon House? Okay.
And
Flatnose Bob.
yeah, unfortunately, I never met him, but
Wait, did I tell you?
Okay, you said you had a video.
Oh, yeah, the video you sent my friend had. He did like his own self-documentary.
that sounds like him. Cool junction here.
All quartz.
I was just getting a picture of this collapse right here. Oh wow. That is impressive, Corey. That is a lot of quartz, man.
The light rooms,
That is a lot of quartz. Look at those timbers. Those are under a lot of pressure. That's all quartz. Oh, yes, even over here too. We're getting too far behind?
Yeah, too far. I can't see them anymore, but I know what they're doing. So
Okay.
and there's no more water.
I can go fast.
Yeah.
Anybody want to head back out? Okay. So we're not going to be able to spend a whole lot of time in the ballroom, but I'll take you back
An animal microscope. What's that roll down here? Not much, but it's neat to look at.
I'll give you a number. Fabulous place to live. We'll show you some pictures. Come on.
Yeah.
There's some quartz. You alright, Bruce?
Yeah. I'm a big quartz. It's not fun to do that fall.
Getting the fall check is fully back.
That's true, actually.
Fall forward or something.
Right, get off down here. Now, if I stick my foot flat, it goes too far over the board. Nobody wants to get hurt. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, walk your head here. Yeah, I'm walking. Okay. Yeah.
And then stuff down here too. Unbelievable how much stuff they cleared out back here. Up there, down these stairs, and continuing down deeper in the mine.
Wait for little guys.
You got a lot more headroom down here.
See what, Corey?
There's more headroom. You can probably stand it all the way out.
Nope. Good.
Oh, Bruce, you made it. How was that? Well, you made it. How you doing? You doing all right? Okay.
Are you taking off the jacket, please?
Well, have a seat. There's benches there. How about that? Sit down.
You sit in this chair, you didn't want to sit on there.
Now the width of the vein where we're looking at right here, how many feet do you guys think that is? Over 20, probably close to 25 about right there. So here it's 25 feet wide, it blows out 25 feet wide. There are places where it's an inch wide, so it varies quite a bit. And up there in the top there, do you see the green?
Yep.
So that's mariposite. It gets its green color because it has some chrome in it. So the main rocks of the 16:1 mine, there's a little display down by the bathroom in the museum. It's rocks of the 16:1. We have 4 rocks in there. We have the quartz. We have the Tightener schist, which is our hanging wall above us. And then we have the green, which is the mariposite. And then there's another rock in there, which we're really glad to not see very often, and that is serpentine. Serpentine dust, and it's high in crystals. It will create similar to quartz dust, which is silica, which is very bad to breathe, and it can damage your lungs. Most of this, but unless it's in a dust form and you're breathing it over 8 hours a day, it's not really going to hurt you. So don't be too worried about serpentine in your neighborhood. But the thing about the serpentine, like I mentioned, is it's core mantle material. So where the quartz filled in a void. So the hanging wall is the edge of one of the tectonic plates. It used to be. It's no longer active. But if you guys are familiar with plate tectonics, the Earth's crust has plates, and there's areas where the plates are touching. Currently, the active fault zone is the San Andreas Fault. Okay, it's further to the west. But 120 million years ago, like Mike was mentioning out there, this was the active. This was the active vein. So what happened? I'll turn my light on and face you guys. So the way these voids. Now watch what happens when the vein when one side moves different than the other. You see that gap? So that's what happened is the plates moved and they created this gap. And Ray Whitcock, there's a display in his honor at the museum. And so back to the serpentine though. The serpentine is core mantle material that was squeezed up through these gaps in certain areas where the plates came together. So all the way down to the core of the earth, this material was squeezed up. Now in its form down in the core of the earth, it was in the form of peridotite. Now peridotite is 20 parts per billion gold. You have mariposite, you have, it's referred to as gouge. So along the edge of that vein, so there's some areas in the mine where when you get right to that contact, there's this clay, which is an indication of motion. It's been ground up, so you have that gouge. And believe it or not, we've heard of people having a nose for gold. Believe it or not, there's an odor associated. The gold, I mentioned it rides an iron horse.
Crazy thing.
We have, so arsenopyrite.
Yes,
It's
wow.
pyrite with iron. It also has arsenic in it. So arsenopyrite is typically found with the gold, and it emits an odor slightly like garlic. So I have heard, I've never smelled it myself, but I've heard the miners talk about it, that when they hit an area, initially when they hit an area with a lot of gold, it will smell slightly like garlic. This mine had produced the 3 largest pockets ever found in the state of California. The largest pocket was 89,000 ounces. Well, with the hard rock mining, you need a lot more money to get going. So corporations started to form. It took a corporation to get enough capital money to be able to mine. So then, now all of a sudden, the miners were employees rather than mine owner operators. And what kind of came with that is what's referred to as high grading. Who knows what high grading is?
I'm doing it right now.
So high grading is, that's the term, and it means stealing gold from a high grade mine. So most deposits worldwide, most of the gold that is mined on the planet today, it's called no-seum gold. You cannot see it. It's from these giant ore bodies with invisible gold. It has to go through a whole cyanide leach process to get it out. Come on. Ready? Here goes Bruce.
That's a pretty impressive mine, no? I've got a map here of the underground workings at the 16:1 mine, and I wanted to show these to you in order to help you understand what a tiny percentage of the mine was actually seen in the video that you just saw. There are actually 26 miles of underground workings at the 16:1 mine, and I'll show you the route that was seen in the video. So we came into the mine here at this adit, and that workshop that I showed you is right there. The mill and a lot of the other buildings are up here, but we parked here and then came in on this crosscut at the 800 level and through here, and then at that fork right there we went to the right a very short distance to see what's known as the 49 winds. After the 49 winds, we backtracked to the fork right there, then headed deeper into the mine along one of these drifts here, and went on somewhere to around here, and the ballroom that you saw was down in this area somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where, but as you can see, that is not a very significant portion of the mine. Now, you may be wondering about the blue area down here. The area marked in blue are the underground workings that are underwater right now. However, they're actually in the process of dewatering that portion of the mine. You can probably hear the water flowing at around the middle of the video. That water was being pumped out from these lower levels. And this section down here, for example, the 3,000 foot level, that has actually been underwater since the 1930s. However, the 16:1 mine has acquired new metal detectors that apparently can penetrate quite deeply into the quartz and also are quite discriminating in terms of identifying accurately what is actually in the quartz. So rather than getting, say, a false signal for iron or something like that, they can apparently quite accurately predict, or I should say, locate gold that is buried inside the quartz. And so the 16:1 mine are quite keen on getting down to these lower levels and putting the new metal detectors to work, because they think that they will do quite well down there. As you can probably imagine, with 26 miles of underground workings, the 16:1 mine is definitely the big boy on the block in the Allegheny mining district. More than 1 million ounces of gold have been drawn out of this mine, which is quite impressive. The gold is scattered somewhat randomly through the quartz. There are large sections of quartz that are almost barren of gold, and there are other very, very high-grade pockets of gold that, of course, the miners are always trying to find. I think you probably heard in the video, they've had pockets in almost equaling 90,000 ounces before. One large pocket consisted of a cigar-shaped block of gold that was 1.5 feet in diameter and almost 40 feet long. And it was almost solid gold. It was 30,000 ounces, and they actually had to use axes to hack out that big block of gold there. The 16-to-1 mine in Allegheny was located in 1896 by a man named Thomas Bradbury, and he actually located it in his backyard. The company incorporated in 1911 as Original 16-to-1 Mine Incorporated, and the company has operated continuously since 1896 and is now the oldest gold mining corporation in the United States.